Welcome to Champion Minded, the podcast for those who aim for excellence, not only in the sports arena, but in life. My name is Allistair, author, speaker, mindset and performance coach, and my goal is to help you unleash your unlimited potential and provide you with the tools to achieve greatness. Are you ready to become champion minded? Then let's do this.
Hey everybody, welcome back or welcome to the Champion Minded podcast. I am Allistair McCaw, and as always, thank you for joining me this week. I certainly hope the past few podcasts you've enjoyed and you've been putting them into great use. Be you an individual athlete, a coach, in a team environment, but as always, I love to hear your feedback. Thank you for the social media posts, for sharing, for the photos. Always great to see the feedback from all of you out there, so thank you so much. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a growth mindset, and I'm going to share with you some traits of a growth mindseted athlete. And I'm sure any of you that have been in the sports world for some time would have heard of the term growth mindset. A little bit of background, it actually comes from a concept by Dr. Carol Dweck of Stanford University. And basically it comes down to the two types of mindsets that an individual can have, the one being a growth mindset and the one being a fixed mindset. So the way we approach things, the way we approach challenges. So if we can start by describing what a fixed mindset is, it's people who believe their basic qualities, like their intelligence or their talents, are simply fixed traits. So in other words, a fixed mindset person believes you're born with talent or you're born with the skills. Most of the time they'll spend their time documenting their intelligence or talent instead of developing it. They'll point at more talented or skilled athletes and say, well, they're lucky. They were born with that, which obviously isn't the case. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication, hard work. And in other words, putting in the time, putting in the sweat. Working as hard as you can in whatever you're trying to improve. They believe that intelligence and talent are only the starting point. So they believe in the hard work that pays off. They believe in embracing the struggle of trying to master a skill. They understand that there's going to be frustration in working on something and getting better in something. And growth mindset people believe that all people have this ability to improve, to grow, each and every day. And I hope you out there, if you're an athlete or a musician or in entertainment, whatever it may be, that you approach every single day, every single practice with this type of mindset that I want to learn, I want to get better, I understand the pathway of frustration and struggle of learning a new skill or trying to become world class in a certain skill. So anyway, but it's let me share with you some traits of a growth mindseted athlete, and also give you some of the opposites as well of what a fixed mindset athlete might think. So first one is that growth mindset athletes embrace challenges, they look to improve and develop new skills. As where a fixed mindset athlete avoids those challenges and prefers to do what they're already good at. So fixed mindset athletes like to stay away from challenges. They fear being embarrassed or fear what others are going to say if they can't particularly do something or do a skill. And that's what it requires to become great at something, is that you're willing to fail. You're willing to embrace the struggle, willing to sometimes look stupid, maybe fall, maybe not catch it as quick as somebody else does in the group. And that's a growth mindset, is that you embrace the challenge. You're always looking to improve. A champion-minded athlete wakes up each morning with the attitude of, how can I get better today? It's a question they ask themselves. How can I get better today? Second one is that growth mindset athletes learn from feedback and criticism. They seek it. They want to be told what they can do better. They don't shy away from it. The fixed mindset athlete has more of an ability to see criticism or feedback as a personal attack, instead of their coach letting them know what they can do better from a skill point of view or from a mindset point of view. In other words, fixed mindset athletes are not coachable. they also sometimes let ego get in the way of thinking, well, I already know that and I've learned that. And I've had that experience in my coaching as well. When you're speaking to a particular player or an athlete, and they're standing there saying, yes, I know that, I can do that, I've already done that, whatever. A coachable athlete listens, absorbs, and then applies. Third one is growth mindset athletes believe intelligence and talent can be developed through dedication and hard work. And when I think about this, I think about the term grit. There's a great TED talk out there by Angela Duckworth on grit. And if you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. Grit is basically the perseverance and the stamina to see something through. So, in other words, fixed mindset athletes, when they find something gets difficult or challenging, they step away from it. They bail out. They quit. As where growth mindset athletes embrace the challenge. They know there's going to be a struggle. They know there's going to be those days where you can sometimes get so frustrated with yourself and you're not getting it. But that's the difference. Through grit, resilience, and determination, growth mindset athletes persist. They go through it. They embrace the bad days, because there's going to be a lot of those, especially on the journey to mastery, to mastering a skill, whatever you may be, whatever sport you may be, whatever industry you may be. There's going to be those days. The next one, the fourth one, is that growth mindset athletes give more effort and they enjoy the struggle. They enjoy the battle. Especially when I think about athletes during competition, where they're competing hard and they're enjoying it. And I encourage you is to embrace that. I've always believed there's two types of athletes out there when it comes to competition. The first type see competition as a threat. And they have a fear. They have a fear about competing. As where the second type of athlete, which I would regard as a champion-minded athlete, see competition as a challenge. They love the challenge. They thrive on the challenge, regardless of who the opponent is, what the situation is, what the big moment is. It can be championship day, or it can be a friendly match or competition. They embrace the challenge. They love the battle. I've even asked some athletes, and this is a very, very growth mindset trait right here, is that their best memories or their best matches or events have been ones they've lost. Yeah, it sounds funny, but they know they've competed their best. They know they've performed their best. They've enjoyed the battle, even though they might have lost. And that is an example of a growth mindset athlete, is that they focused on their performance. They focused on their attitude, their mindset, not the result. Because they know if they bring those same traits every time they go out and compete, they are going to succeed. They are going to get better. That is such an important lesson to take. The next one, number 5, they keep trying and never give up, even when success takes time. And this is the one thing that champion-minded athletes who have a growth mindset understand, is that success takes time. Instant gratification is the enemy of success, wanting success now. That expectation of, I've worked so hard, I've been practicing so hard, and I've heard this so many times. I've been spending more time in the gym. I've been working on my serve. I've been working on my putting, whatever it may be. I expect results. Well, I'm here to tell you today is that hard work eventually pays off. I can't tell you how many training blocks I've had with athletes, especially during December when they come down here to Florida, and they're expecting results to happen in January. Sometimes it happens, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And they become very disappointed in themselves. And this is something I tell them, is that don't place expectation, don't place pressure on yourself when you've been training hard, putting in the time, and now you expect things to happen. There are so many uncontrollables that can come along the way. You've got to keep persisting and keep working hard on your craft, regardless. So, number 6, and here's an important one, is that they're inspired by the success of others. Listen to that. They're inspired by the success of others, and they learn to improve. They're accountable and responsible. That is a sign of your character. Are you a jealous person? You don't like other people to get ahead. Well, that is not a strong, true self-confidence. True self-confidence is being happy in your own skin, is embracing your strengths and embracing your weaknesses. Being less of ego. That is true self-confidence. But really true self-confidence is being happy for others' success. Think about that. Here's the thing. Somebody else might be doing better than you right now, or an opponent or a competitor, a fierce competitor they're getting the results and you're not, and you're starting to compare things. Well, understand, if you keep persisting, keep working hard, success will come along to you. Fixed mindset athletes on that side are threatened by the success of others. They hope that others fail. They take joy in seeing others failing. I mean, come on. What attitude is that? Be inspired by others' success. If somebody else in your team is doing better than you, they're getting the results, then maybe have a deep, hard look at the time, the effort, or what they're putting in. They're probably staying after practice to work harder. They're probably getting to the gym earlier than you. They're probably making better decisions in their nutrition. They're probably getting more sleep than you. They're probably living a champion-minded lifestyle if they are getting the results and you aren't. No victim mentality here. Okay? Last one is that the growth mindset athletes continue to learn. They value innovative ideas. They're curious. They ask questions. Coach, how can I get better? What do I need to do? They're willing to fail. And on the other hand, the fixed mindset athletes, they aren't interested. You either have it or you don't. Just that defeated attitude. Let me tell you right now, your best chance of getting selected, of starting on the court, on the field, not at the bench, comes from your attitude, your coachability, you're willing to learn, your work ethic, and the way you accept feedback. You heard it right here on the Champion Minded podcast. Develop a growth mindset. Get rid of limiting beliefs. Believe in yourself, acquire true self-confidence, and go out there and make it happen. So that's it. Another episode in the bag. Thank you so much for joining me this week. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends, teammates, family, fellow coaches, anyone who might benefit from this message and who wants to create excellence in their lives. Also, get on over to iTunes, subscribe, and leave a review. Thank you so much to those who have done that already. I appreciate it. I'm also on the YouTube channel of Champion Minded Podcast. And if you want to connect on social media, I'm at Twitter at Allistair McCall, Instagram BChampionMinded, Facebook McCall Method, and if you want to send me an email, suggestions, feedback, whatever's on your mind, you can do that at mccallmethod@aol.com. Also, a big thank you to all of you who share the message on social media under the hashtag ChampionMinded. I love seeing your photos, love seeing your quotes and your feedback. And please share the message. Remember, you were meant for greatness, so go out and do the work. Until next time, stay champion-minded, my friends.